Those who hear my. Okay? It says, but if you hearken attentively to his voice and do all that I say, then Yeshua says, my doctrine is not mine, but the Father who sent me. Okay? And it says, then I will be an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. When my angel goes before you and brings you into the Amorites, to the Hittites, to the Perizzites, to the Canaanites, to the Hivites and the Jebusites, I'll blot them out. Okay, so know that this angel can forgive transgression, rebellion, right? Do you know that in Hebrew, in the tabernacle, in the sacrifices in Vayikra and Leviticus, there was no sacrifice for willful, rebellious sin? That did not exist. Only for unwillful sin can you bring forth a korban to come near to him. Sacrifice means korban, to come near. Only for unwillful sin. For rebellious sin, you will cut off, you will thrown off the camp. Okay? By the way, that's the type and shadow of what's going to happen to the unbeliever when Messiah comes. Okay? If you willfully rebel, by the time he comes back, you're going to be cut off. Okay? Go ahead. Now, only Yahweh can forgive rebellion, sin, and iniquity. In Exodus 34, listen to what it says. And Yahweh descended in the cloud and stood with him there and proclaimed the name of Yahweh. Now, I'm going to read you some stuff a little later that is fixing that problem there. It's not a problem, but there's a Yahweh talking to another Yahweh, and there seems to be, anyway, you follow what I'm saying? Okay, I hope you're enjoying yourself tonight. All right, look. And it says, and he proclaimed the name of Yahweh. And Yahweh passed by before him. Wait a minute. But the Father has no image of form, so who passed before him? This is a constant contradiction. You understand why Judaism cannot believe in Yeshua if you don't present it the right way? Because they're confessing every morning in the Shemona Ezra, the Amidah, that he is only one God, he's the invisible, and it's the form or image. So then when they read this, they say, well, that was just an angel. That was just his messenger. His messenger. Okay, they don't recognize that messenger came to be Yeshua. But because we go back and we talk to him in Greek, English, from the Greek. Oh, that was Jesus. It won't compute. They won't accept it. Not because it's not true, but because the name Jesus carries some bad blood and history with a Jew in history. But if you say he's a Sadiq, he's a Malech Elohim, then he might be able to consider. Okay? Listen to what it says. And Yahweh passed from before him and proclaimed, Yahweh, Yahweh Elohim. Yahweh, Yahweh Elohim. See the attribute there at the end? The attribute of judgment and creator, judge and creator. And it says, merciful and gracious, long-suffering and abundant in goodness and truth, keeping mercy for thousands, forgiving iniquity and transgression and sin. Oh, wait a minute. Only Yahweh can do that. So what's up with that angel? That his father is saying, you better listen to this angel. You better hearken to his voice. Wait a minute. We're supposed to only obey the voice of Yahweh, don't we? Because my name is in him. Because the name Yahweh is in him. He has the authority. It's like if I send my son to go to the corner with my authority and they know me. They know me. I say, Rico, I want you to go in my name. But you see, you have my name. So if you're following me and you know my name, when he shows up, he says, I'll come in the name of Yahweh, in the name of Hernan Cortez, which is my name, he will understand. That person should be able to know. Oh, okay, he comes with the authority of this guy. You follow what I'm saying? Yes. Isn't that interesting? Yes. But you see, they didn't recognize. That's why Yeshua gave you the parable. I send many prophets, they kill them. I'll send my son, surely. Remember that? And they killed his son too? Yeshua is given the parables to understand this whole authority in the heavens, the order of business. In the story of Jacob and Joseph, before Jacob died, remember he called him to Joseph? Okay, and Joseph's talking to him and telling him, do not let my bones stay here. Make sure you take me back to the land. Bury me there. And then after he dies, before he dies, it says that Yaakov, in some versions, in Hebrew, says he bows to his son. And his sons bow down to his father. That's confusing. In that culture, the father never bowed down to the son. Did you guys know that? It's a typology of the kingdom. See, Joseph was the king of the world at that time. Okay? His father was given the authority. Remember the dream that Joseph had? Oh, wait a minute. His mother was dead when he had that dream. Remember, Rachel was dead? So the mother, the father, and the 12 brothers, and the 11 brothers will bow down before him. But his mother was dead. So that fulfillment never came true. His 11 brothers bowed down to him. His father bowed down to him. But what happened to his mother? She was dead. What about it? That's a typology of the kingdom. Before Messiah comes, the Father will bow down. He will give the authority to the Father, to the Son, to go do and be king on the earth. And then his mother is going to be resurrected in the resurrection of the dead. You follow? You know? So here we see that this angel can forgive sin, visiting the iniquity of the fathers and upon the children and upon the children's children unto the third and the fourth generation. And Moses made haste and bowed his head toward the earth and worshiped. Okay? So here we see that that angel that was following him that can forgive sin, only Yahweh can forgive sin. People have issues with that. I'm not saying that the Son is the Father. I'm saying that the Son has the name of the Father and comes with the authority of the Father. Who's going to be the king on the earth? The Father or the Son? The Son. But he's not the king right now. He's the one defeating the enemy, right? Why is he coming to wage war against those people? Because they're raping his bride, Israel, and they're trying to possess the dowry of the bride, which is the land. Yeshua, who did he come to die for? To restore Israel, right? So do you think it's logical that the Father marries Israel and then he sends his Son to die for his bride? It's like you having a wife, somebody messes with your wife, says, oh, okay, son, go fight for her. You want me to repeat that? It's like I'm married, somebody disrespects my wife, or God forbid, somebody rapes my wife, and then I send my son Rico to go fight for her. Sometimes it don't work out that way. That means, tell me then, that the one who marries her in Mount Sinai was the Messiah, whose name is Yahweh, and the one who came to redeem the bride was the Messiah, whose name is Yahweh. And the one who will come back to fight for the bride is the Messiah, whose name is Yahweh, who is the son of the right hand. Am I making sense tonight? Trying to connect little dots, okay? All right, next please. The angel of the covenant. Not only was the angel of Yahweh the angel of redemption and the angel of the presence, but he was also understood to be the one who made the covenant with Israel at Sinai. Okay? In Malachi 3:1, it is prophesied that the angel or messenger of the covenant whom Israel was seeking will come to his temple. We know that the messenger was Messiah in Matthew chapter 11, verse 10, in Mark chapter 1, verse 2, and in Luke chapter 176, and in chapter 7, verse 27. Now, the fragmentary Targum of the Torah also expresses that the word of Yahweh was the creator. In the fragmentary Targum of Exodus 12:42 says, the first night when the word of Yahweh was revealed to the world in order to create it, the world was desolate and void. Come on, buddy. The world was desolate and void, and darkness spread over the face of the abyss. And the word, the memory of the Lord, was bright and illuminating, and he called it the first night. Okay, where's my Bible now? Where's my Bible right there? Rico, hurry up. Where's my Bible? Check this out, okay? This is what the commentary says. Let's see what John says, okay? Let's see how John describes this word of the Lord, okay? When we go to John chapter 1, listen to what it says. Tell me if this is not very in line with what John says. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was Elohim. He was in the beginning with Elohim. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. How close is that to this? This is exactly what the fragmentary Targums were saying at the time of Yeshua. So do you understand the context of the first century, how these people knew this? Yes. But you see, all the Christian scholars, they don't even bother to go back to what the rabbis were saying. Because you see, that's Judaizers. And they're giving us the evidence to prove Yeshua is Elohim. And that he's the angel of the Lord. And that he was the angel of the host. That he was the angel of the presence and still is. That he is Melchizedek. By the way, in the Melchizedek scrolls and in the Qumran, in the Melchizedek scrolls, in the Qumran, they found in Isaiah 61, verse 1. Remember, Yeshua quoted that, right? Yes. Let me tell you what the Qumran says about that verse. It's really amazing. You got to hear this. See, what they did, they substituted the word Elohim or Yahweh at the end. I'm going to read it to you. And it says, the Spirit of Adonai Elohim is upon me because Yahweh has anointed me to preach good tidings to the poor. He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives and the opening of the prisons of those who are bound, to proclaim the acceptable year of Yahweh, right? When the Qumran scrolls, they found that the Qumran people substituted the name Yahweh, and they said this, to proclaim the acceptable year of Melchizedek.